Alec Martin, Dickinson State University, Equine Training Techniques 1, Video 1, Part D. So this week was talked a lot about lateral flexion and vertical flexion within the horse, within the neck and the shoulders. First, we're going to be doing it at a standstill. This mare has actually been having a little bit of trouble doing it at the standstill without trying to walk. So instead of one abrupt motion, what I've been doing is I've been wiggling the rein in the way I want her to turn, and then while still keeping pressure on that outside rein to make sure that she keeps her head down. And we're going the other way. And that pressure keeps that rein down. It's important to keep a nice space between your hands when you bridge your reins. And also when your horse is flexing, it's important that you flex your body too. So now we're going to be going up, doing this at a walk. It's important not to have your hands like this when you're riding. We call that puppy dog hands. It's important to keep your thumbs up and keep your shoulders at your sides. And as you're asking your horse to flex each way, it's important that you do the same with your body. Not totally turn like this, but to turn at your hips and through your shoulders. And just keep that pressure. Keep asking on the inside rein and then keeping a little steady pressure on that outside rein in order to keep her head, to ask her to keep her head down. No, we're going to go the other way. I'm going to reverse her. And the amount that you're asking her to flex is also going to depend on the size of the circle that you're making. If you're going to be making a giant circle, you don't need to ask for that much flexion. But if you're going to be turning a small circle like this, it's important to ask for more. And as you can see, she brings that shoulder right around. But if I'm doing a big circle, I'm not going to ask for as much. It's important that you get your mare or whatever horse you're riding to a gait where he or she is fully collected. It's important you do not want to make your horse overflex at the fall. You want it to be a straight line from her ears down to her nose. And as I said, this mare is still fighting the bit a bit and fighting pressure, so that's why I'm having the reins, and as you can see, that's why she's chomping on the bit every so often. And your leg positioning and your leg cues are just as important as your hand cues. You're going to want to put, when you're tasking to turn to the left, you're going to want to put pressure on that outside leg. Now I'm going to ask her to reverse. Being collected and being in frame is very important for you to be doing with your horse. It's the basics of training the horse and how they get their body to move. Because if you do that much more with your leg and with your hand, and as I stated earlier, backing is also very important to do within a training regimen. And then I'll just simply walk forward. Whoa. I'll whoa her again, and then I'll ask her to back a little bit more. One point that I forgot to mention earlier in the video is your leg positioning when you're riding. A lot of people were taught to ride like this back in the days. We call that the chair pose. It's important because you're not properly sitting on the horse's back or within your saddle. You want to have a nice straight line from your heel to your hip up to your shoulder when you're riding. And of course, when you're asking for different cues, your leg position will move. Will have little variances in how it'll move. I think that covers everything for this week. I thank you for watching.